So I think everybody online is doing the same kind of review when it comes to Lego miniseries. Minifigure series. They just go one figure after the other. They say like what they see in the figure, and I thought I'll do something a little bit different. I'll compare the minifigures according to stats, so you'll see numbers. Okay. So, for example, let's start with this one. You're gonna understand real fast. Like right now, I'm comparing like the number of boys compared to the number of girls in Series 20. So yeah, my video is only about Series 20. So you can see it's an equal number. It's 8 girls, 8 boys. So that's quite nice. I kind of enjoy it. Series 20 is actually the first series ever to have an equal number of boys and girls. If you want to learn more about this, I made a video also about stats of boys and girls. But anyway, let's move on. Then you can see the kids compared to the adult. They included 2 kids in Series 20. I think it's all too much. I'm not a big fan of those legs, like those short legs. They should make like the legs that bend, just like in the Harry Potter series. Because those legs are a little bit stiff. If you want to sit your character in a car, you can't. You gotta be standing up in the car. So what's up? That's not proper. Now, the character that have 2 faces, like it's usually called alternate face, compared to the one that just have one single face. So it's 7 people only that have 2 face. So I thought Lego should have pushed the limit a little more. Like if you see at the ones that only have one face, some like it's obvious you can't do 2 face. Like the piñata boy and the drone guy, like you can put another face because like you see their face in the rear of their like her hat is not big enough to cover like the back of her head to hide the alternate face. But if you look at all the other figures, like the pajama girl, the Viking, the hip hop girl, even maybe the brick guy, all of these, they could have like the 7 other people, they could have had like an alternate face really easily. So I think Lego should give us more for the money when it comes to minifigure, and they should have like at least the maximum amount of alternate face they can have in a set like this, like Series 20. Now this one is about the torso print. So you can see, like it's obvious the brick guy don't have a torso print, but you can see the little piñata boy. It's a little bit lame that he doesn't have a torso print in front. I'm talking about the front print, not the back print, because here's the back print slide. So you can see I put the P girl and the NASA, like the rocket fan girl, on the line, just on the line, because I am not sure if I should include them in the back torso print or not, because it's so subtle. It's so subtle. So for the P girl, it's just a little line for the collar on top of her shirt. And then for the other girl, it's just those 2 small triangles to make like her look like she got this baseball sweater, this baseball shirt, sleeve. Okay, now the leg print. We can see we compare the ones with leg prints and the one with no leg prints. So you can see a lot actually with no leg prints. Obviously, the little kids, they don't have leg prints. And then the P girl, the brick boy, the drone boy. And then I put some on the lines here as well. Okay, the guitar player just have a print for his belt, but it counts as a print, but it could have be a little more maybe. Then the llama, it's just the nails for the llama thing. And the karate guy is just like the belt that is pinned, that is going down. So it's not a lot of print there for those one. So they're on the line. I included them in the leg print, but still. Now for the side legs print. That's interesting. It's not a lot of minifigure that have side leg print. So you can see there's 4 of them that have the prints on the side of the leg, which is quite nice. I believe like the athlete girl has a little Adidas logo on her shirt, and then the Viking is quite nice. He got like this kind of furry boots on the side. Okay, let's go to arm prints now. That's a cool thing. There's only two in the series that have arm prints. I'm not a big fan of arm prints, but still. So you can see the Sentai Warrior, the Super Warrior, has a kind of coffin. It's not a coffin, it's like a shoulder pad or something, but it looks like a coffin shape. And I was quite surprised when I saw the little girl print on her shoulder because that's the little rabbit motif, the little rabbit pattern that she got all over her torso. It's also on her arms, which is quite nice. Now the next category is for all of you out there that saw it on the Discord about Jangbricks, the secret Discord, about the drinking game, about when he says dual molded. So you got to take a shot every time Jangbricks says dual molded. Here we got to see the legs. There's six of them that got dual molded legs. I'm not. For me, it doesn't matter dual molded or not. But yeah, it's obvious which one or which. And then you got the dual molded arms, so we can see the diver and the Viking stays dual molded all the way here. And then compares items. Okay, so we got the ones that have only one item with them, there's nine of them. Then the people that have two items. So I thought about items as something that they can hold in their hands, right? But then when it comes to three items, it means that they have something else with them on top of the two things they can hold on their hands. For the rocket girl, it's obviously the rocket. And for the diver, yeah, I included the palm, like the, I don't know how to call this in English, the things that you dive with on your feet. Like logically you could argue with me and say like, yeah, but if you have included that, you could have included the beard for the Viking as well in three items. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Now we got the regular items compared to the small build. I would say it's the rocket and the drone, so it means you need to put blocks together to make something out of blocks, like a little build, a little structure, just like the little cyber dogs with the coder for Surrey 19s. Now we got a cape or cloth. So when it includes um, a piece of fabric in your blind bag that you will put around the collar, around the neck of the character. So obviously we got the Viking and the little kid. The little kid comes with two capes, so a two poncho part. So I saw a video where someone thought it was an extra one, but it's not an extra one. You need actually to put it in the front and in the back to make the poncho look like it's all the way around. Interesting fact about the Viking: when you remove his cape, he has a printed cape on the back of his torso, which is also the color blue. So he got like a double cape, or if you lose like the piece of fabric that is the cape, he will still have a cape printed on his back. And now we got the inner bag. Okay, so in your blind bag, sometimes there's an inner bag. Obviously, there's inner bag when there's a piece of fabric in it, but there's surprisingly, that's such a hard word to say. There's a inner bag for the athlete as well. I guess it's because of her spear. She doesn't want to break other small parts, just like the medals or something like that. So those three here are the ones that have inner bag. So if you feel the bag, you're gonna hear a different sound. Okay, it's a little bit more high pitched sound when you feel it. Now let's compare like the headgear. So we got the one with hairs only. So there's five of them that only have hair. So you can use the haircut for the hairpiece for another character if you want to swap your pieces from around. We got the one with only, we got two that only have hats, only hat. And then we got three girls here with a hat hair combo, which are quite cool actually. The hat hair combo in this set, that's like my favorite thing to get, I believe. Then we got the helmet. The diver, I didn't know really if I should include her in the helmet place or just hat, because she doesn't cover her face totally, but I included her in the helmet section as well. I should have had a section about beard, but anyway, you get the idea. The Viking is there, but he got a beard, and the beard is separated from the helmet. And then we got the costume people. There's only two in this series, which is too much, I believe. Now, the display stand. This display stand is something they introduced, I believe, in the DC or Marvel or Batman or whatever series it is about superheroes. So the people can stand up a little higher on the little plate that they give you. So the diver looks like she's diving in the ocean, and the hip hop girl, you can make her have a funky pose, all in movement, right? So those two ones have a display stand. That's like a little piece of translucent white thing that you. It's like a see-through piece that just to elevate the character. Now we got the spare items. That's a good category. 8 of them. Can you believe 8 of them have spare items? Not a lot of cool items, like some small part for most of them. But and then 8 of them don't have any spare items. So you can see which one have, which one don't have. For the llama girl, it's just the stem of the carrot. So it's not even the carrot completely. It's just the stem of it. So you just have one of the carrot and two stem. For the diver, you got two stands, two elevator, and you got the plant twice as well. So you got a spare plant. For the piñata boy, it's just the stick. I think it's super lame to have an extra stick, but still, like, what can you do with this? For the medal, the athlete is the medal. It's quite nice to have another medal. I'm totally pro for this. For the drone guy, it's a propeller and the lens of the camera on his drone. I guess those are small parts. So Lego ideas behind it is like, oh, if someone lose the piece, you need to accommodate them with a small piece because it's easy to lose. For the pirate, it's quite nice. She got a second sword and a second feather. So I'm quite happy about the second sword. It's always good to have two swords. The knight, it's just the feather that he got twice. And for the Viking, believe it or not, but this is actually really cool. There's a spare beard. So that's a big win there. Seriously, the Viking is a really good character so far according to my stats, but like a double beard, so you can use it for another of your character that you have back home, and then keep the other beard for the Viking if you want to keep it as a character on your display shelf. Now, for my last category, that's something special here. Oh, what's about the llama girl here? She got her mouth. A crooked mouth, not a crooked, but I don't know how to say that, but like it's sideways, it's tilted. Like her mouth is not straight on a horizontal line, it has a little curve in it, okay? And if you pay really good attention to all the designs of the face in Lego Series 20, minifigures series 20, you're gonna notice that a lot of them, actually, like a lot of them have the mouth sideways like this. I don't know what's up. I don't know what was up with the graphic designer who designed it, or what, if he has like a pet peeve for this, and he's like, whoa, this is so nice when someone have a mouth sideways. Or maybe he's just a big fan of like the old Prime Minister of Canada, Jean Chrétien, that has his mouth sideways all the time because of a disease. But anyway, so last slide is about the one with normal mouth. Just 5 of them. Man, just 5 of them have normal mouth. And all the other 11 have a sideway mouth. Like, can you believe it? Some of them have alternate face in there, so it's only one of their alternate face that is sideways, but still, it really surprised me. I think it was a little too much of a weird thing to have like a consistency in the series. I hope people will remember series 20 as the series with the sideway mouth, because it's so a big thing that you can't like face it, anyway, so that's all for my stats. I hope you enjoyed it, and then if you want to have the image by yourself, just the standalone image, I'm gonna put it in my Google Drive. The link is down below in my video YouTube description. I was about to say destruction, but anyway, you get the idea. So download it if you want to have a reference of it. And then use this chart to define which one is the best character for you. Okay, see you later, alligators.